Now let's take a look at inspection. Inspection involves examining an item and to see whether it is good or is it defective. So detecting defective product. So that's inspection. And if the inspection is not carried out properly, then it can be very expensive. Inspection does not add quality. It only detects problem areas. So what are the issues here? When do you inspect? And where in the production process should you inspect? At the supplier's point, at your facility, so you start inspection even from your vendors. Okay, and when it comes to your facility, or before any costly or irreversible process, you inspect. Because you don't want to spend too much money on a product that is defective to begin with. So during step-by-step production process, when production or service is completed, so once the final stage is over, then you inspect. Before delivery to your customer, you inspect, and at the point of customer contact, you inspect. Now there are many problems involved in inspection. There is worker fatigue that may result in inspection not being carried out properly. There may be measurement error, maybe measuring instrument is defective, and the process variability itself may cause problems with respect to inspection. So we cannot inspect quality into the product. Inspection is only to measure whether a product meets our standards for quality. Now another way of looking at inspection is called source inspection, and here you do not really look at inspection as a particular task to be done by somebody at some point. It is inspection at every point. Every time a worker does something, then you inspect. The worker themselves do the inspection. So each worker should consider the destination of the product that he or she makes to the next step as the customer. So you need to make sure that you satisfy the needs of that customer, which means you inspect at the source of every product, every work in process inventory. There are a couple of things that you can do to improve quality, and that is, one is in making sure there are foolproof methods or called foolproofing to make sure that mistakes are avoided or cannot be made. And checklist is another important tool. So at every stage you can have a checklist of things to check for consistency and completeness. Is it consistent? Has it been completed? So you go through the checklist, so in that way you will know that you have not missed anything. Now in service industry inspection, okay, here are some examples: a law office and a restaurant, okay, hospital, and so on. Now attributes versus variables in inspection is attributes is about whether a product is good or bad. So you're looking at the overall product and see whether it is of acceptable quality or it is not acceptable quality. Okay. It does not look at any particular aspect, whereas variables on the other hand is different aspects of the product. Okay, maybe height or width or weight or diameter, and it could be chemical composition, it could be quantity in a can. So there are lots of different variables that you want to check. So that would be variables. So variables versus attributes. So in inspection you have to make a distinction between these two. In what ways TQM will be different in service? One of the major problem or major challenge, I should say, in service is that quality itself is oftentimes in the eyes of the beholder. What the customer's expectations are need not be all same. So expectations may vary. To that extent it is a challenge. Okay. The intangible expectations of the customer. So that's what makes it difficult or makes it a challenge. So what the managers must recognize is there is always a tangible component to the service product, and that is important, and make sure that that tangible product meets the expectation. And the service process, the process of delivering service is important. Agent, make sure in an airline company, so make sure that the process of serving the customer is a pleasant one. Service is judged against customer expectations, which need not be all the same. And exceptions will always occur, and you need to deal with those exceptions. Determinants of service quality. Okay, what are the dimensions in which quality can be assessed in service? So reliability. So you should perform. Reliability is about the dependability with which desired function is delivered. Consistency. Responsiveness is the concern of the employees to be ready to listen to the customers and be willing to serve the customers. Competence is the ability, the knowledge and the skills needed to serve the customer. Access is approachability, the ease of contact, whether sometimes you need customer service and you call and call and call, you never get through. So that would be an access problem. Courtesy is another dimension where you want to be respectful and friendly and polite to your customers. So communication means keeping the customers informed. Credibility is trustworthiness and being able to or make promises that you deliver. You make a promise, you deliver on the promise. Security is the freedom from danger. So you are secure, your risks, your passwords are secure, your credit card information is secure, and so on. Target had a major problem last Christmas season with losing millions of credit card data. So understanding and knowing your customer and be able to understand what the customer needs and be able to meet those needs. There are always tangible aspects of service, and you make sure the tangibles include the physical evidence of service.